Critics roasting the news agency Reuters for, count 'em, 9 tweets about Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and her selling T-shirts. They point out that it seems like Reuters was promoting the sales. One user tweeted this: "This is not news." Former White House press secretary Sean Spicer pointed out a socialist is using capitalism. Ocasio-Cortez with a snarky clapback with this tweet that transactions are not capitalism and the money goes to charitable efforts. Joe Concha, media and politics columnist for The Hill and Fox News contributor, with me now. Joe, What is this?
Well, it's interesting, right? If you put those tweets up again, if the control room can put that up, you see one of the tweets. There's literally megaphones next to one of the messages on it regarding tax the rich, right? And I'm wondering exactly, are we supposed to be looking at the Twitter account there, that one right there, the Twitter account of an objective, prominent international wire service? And another question, should Reuters be allowing the interns to be running a Twitter account with more than 23 million followers? It's more than the population of, I think, of Florida. So as you said, Reuters tweets this news out 9 times, Harris, 9 times, and that's just about the best free advertising for one of the least effective members of Congress in terms of getting legislation passed that anybody can ever ask for. Look, ultimately, it depends on the letter next to one's name and the message being set as far as media coverage is concerned. If, in AOC's case, if the message is tax the rich or spend heavily on climate change, yay, we're going to not only tweet that out and give about the best advertising, as I said, that you could, but also cheer it on. And the irony of ironies, as Spicer pointed out, the Democratic Socialist is raising money in a positively capitalistic fashion.
Wow, when you put it like that, you kind of can't miss it. And by the way, I said news. I don't know if the audience caught the air quotes. Washington Post editor Glenn Kessler is getting torched for dismissing Hunter Biden's laptop scandal during the campaign, but now sharing his paper's piece that pokes fun at Hunter's upcoming art show and other scandals. The op-ed promotes a fictional art exhibition by the president's son, which parodies recent controversies. Images include a framed photo reading, "I heart Burisma," referring to Hunter Biden's time on the board of the Ukrainian energy company Burisma. Despite his lack of experience in the industry, the New York Post's Miranda Devine tweeted this: "This is a ruse I hadn't anticipated. Laundering Biden family wrongdoing through humor." Another comment was this: "You're a bit late." So they just want to be sneaky with it, get the story in, poke a little fun at it, and is that supposed to mask somehow as journalism?
Right. Welcome to the party, pal. I mean, we've been talking about the ethics breaches on this for weeks on this particular network. But, you know, instead of mocking Hunter, perhaps, which is easy in this case, considering the art, considering my 7-year-old daughter won an art contest at camp last week, and I happen to have this right on my desk here. What do you think here? All right, not bad, right?
Nice.
For a 7-year-old, we'll take it. That is better than what I
Change
saw
your
at
last
Hunter
name
Biden.
to Biden, you can get $500,000 for that, apparently.
$500,000, right? It's amazing. So instead of mocking a no here, maybe we do some real investigative journalism here, Harris, as far as possible corruption. There's already an ongoing FBI investigation into what's called tax issues, right? So this isn't exactly a reach, but you remember, you mentioned Kessler before, the White House, the Washington Post fact checker. In the final weeks of campaigning, he wrote, Trump repeatedly praised the New York Post for publishing the laptop stuff. Give it up, Mr. President, he said, for your sake and the nation's. So he dismissed that, the fact checker, completely. And it turns out that that story was exactly true. So maybe just take the L and maybe just go off Twitter for a while like I did, Mr. Kessler.
Yeah, and a lot of people are doing that these days. Take a little break, go on vacation from it. Just a real quick point. You point out the corruption in the investigation going on. And I point to where the real problem would have been if somebody could take advantage of some of the things that Hunter Biden has done since his father was vice president, while much of what was going on was happening. It makes President Biden vulnerable. I just wonder why he doesn't speak up, why they don't deal with this.
Oh, I think you know why, Harris. But look, even the former White House ethics chief, right, in the Obama-Biden administration, I think his name's Walter Schaub, right, he has repeatedly hammered the administration for allowing these sales to go forward. And even far-left outlets like the Young Turks, which is as far left as it gets, they're taking major issue with this ethics disaster. The headline exactly is Hunter's Art, Bonkers White House Plan to Hide Hunter's Artwork. So everybody's on to this now, and we have to stop treating Hunter Biden like the third rail of journalism, like thou shalt not touch. There's a real story here. You'd love to see some more outlets go after this seriously and not just mocking Hunter's art like the Washington Post did, Harris.
Joe Concha, great to have you in focus. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you once again. Put this back in focus, huh? Not
Definitely.
bad. I'm telling you.
I like the last name Concha. It's good
Great
stuff.
name.